baseball season is around the corner, MLB video games are also on the horizon, including RBI Baseball 21, which is a more simple arcade-like alternative to your sim MLB titles like MLB The Show. Developed by MLB Advanced Media, this year's version of RBI Baseball features more realistic graphics, a more modern take on its control scheme, actual commentary, and a new create-a-player tool. But are the new features enough to make RBI Baseball 21 a home run? The answer is more like a comebacker to the mound for an easy out. Historically, RBI Baseball has been known for its easy pick-up-and-play controls. The low barrier to entry is essentially the biggest selling point with RBI Baseball 21. Even the most novice gamer can learn how to play the game in minutes. Gamers can choose from either the classic controls old-school RBI fans are familiar with, or the slightly deeper modern controls, which map different swing types to specific buttons, along with a more in-depth pitching interface that includes a power meter that charges up while choosing a pitch location that becomes easier or more difficult to pinpoint based on your pitcher's confidence. None of this is revolutionary in the grand scheme of things, but the changes do add more depth to what is a super simplistic video game version of baseball. Unfortunately, that's where the positive gameplay elements end. On the field, animations are wonky and glitchy, frame rate issues are noticeable, and load times between innings are painful to experience. In addition, nothing stands out with RBI Baseball 21. It's almost like the game has an identity crisis in which it doesn't know whether it wants to be an over-the-top arcade game or actual baseball simulation. RBI Baseball 21 is definitely easy to master, but the gameplay issues and lack of focus on what it wants to really be kills the experience. Player models have seen the most improvement in RBI Baseball 21 since I reviewed the franchise's initial return several years ago. They are more authentic and lifelike than other arcade baseball games, but don't expect MLB The Show-like graphics here either, as faces are hit or miss. In addition to player models, the stadiums look really good and are well detailed, and there is now progressive time of day, which is pretty cool as well. RBI Baseball 21 isn't groundbreaking from a visual perspective, but the game actually looks like a current generation game this time around, which is an improvement from years past. Don't expect much in terms of presentation in RBI Baseball 21. Play-by-play commentary has been added for the first time, but it's pretty basic and adds little to the in-game experience. New on-field camera angles have also been added, but it's nothing revolutionary. And outside of your typical home run cutscene, that's it from a presentation standpoint. RBI Baseball 21 does have a few features that will extend your playtime beyond a quick game, but most of these modes were also part of last year's game. Home Run Derby is a pretty fun time waster mode, the game has a pretty deep create-a-player mode, and you can also edit current players as well. Franchise mode returns, and although it's not the deepest franchise mode out there, you do have some options to customize it how you'd like, including the ability to adjust season length, trade restrictions, injury settings, and the option to assign legendary and classic MLB players to your roster. RBI Baseball 21 is easy to play and master, but unfortunately that's all it has going for it. It's a game you'll enjoy playing for a few minutes, but the lack of depth, glitchy gameplay, and bland presentation make it a baseball game to avoid. Well, that's it for this episode of Sports Gamer Show. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like this video and others. And if you want to follow me online, make sure to do so on all my social channels at Sports Gamer Show. And if you want to play me online, find me on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network at Sports Gamer Show as well.